So I really like the Motorola Moto G Stylus 2024. I think it's a phenomenal device. Great value, great device, great features, great specs. It's definitely in the prepaid market, probably one of the best deals you could get, bar none. So let me just tell you my favorite features of the Motorola Moto G Stylus 5G from a average user perspective. So I don't like to pay a lot for my tech devices. I like to squeeze every little bit out of them for as little money as I can. And tech is getting cheaper and it's getting better. But some devices just bring it all together in a nice package. And let's start off with the Moto G Stylus 5G 2024. The first thing that I noticed that the build quality is pretty good. The back plate is not a plastic, it's not a metal, but it's a very nice feeling eco leather. So it's a fake leather, but it feels very, very much like the real thing. And that's on the back. Even flagship phone devices don't have that. They feel very metallic, very plain. This one, if you don't want to rock a case, it has a very nice grippy leather feel in the back. My next favorite feature of this phone is going to be the built-in eSIM. I'm very, very happy to be able to have the nano SIM and the eSIM in the same device without costing an arm and a leg. That is a feature that was usually found just on iPhones and premium Android devices, but this is a game changer because I find having an eSIM very nice, where you could get a service and you don't have to go to a physical store or wait for shipping or anything like that. Next great feature is, obviously, it's in its name. It has a stylus. There's just so many things that you could do with it. It's very handy to have. Take notes, have precision, you could draw. It is just an extra feature that's only reserved for very expensive Samsung Ultra devices, but this is a budget device and it comes along with it. Not even the super expensive iPhone has a stylus. Next is going to be the display. We have a nice huge 6.7-inch display, 88% screen to body ratio, so the bezels are minimal, and the resolution is a 1080p display. So basically it translates to a super nice viewing experience. Very, very nice. And you also get 120 hertz, which is a premium feature found in iPhones. And it is super nice to scroll and zoom in and out, and you can scroll really fast and everything looks good. Once you get used to it, you cannot go back to cheapo 60 hertz refresh rates that's still found on iPhones. I also really like the fact that Motorola has a clean stock version of Android, and this one has the newer version of Android 14, and it will get at least one major Android update, and this makes it a pixel type device, very clean. And I like how Motorola adds its own gestures, like the 3-finger, you tap on and hold the screen and it takes a screenshot. You chop the phone for flashlight and you twist the phone for camera, among other things. So those are very nice, helpful little things that make this phone special. Next, we have the chipset. It's a mid-tier but very capable Snapdragon Qualcomm chip, and this will give you nice efficiency when you're working through various apps. It's not a super powerhouse, but it will get the job done on 99% of apps out there, and in daily tasks, nobody will notice the difference between this and an ultra premium chip. Next, we come to storage, and I really like the fact that it starts off with internal storage of 128 gigs. That's the same thing as $1,000 devices. And as a bonus, you have that micro SD card, so you can add unlimited amount of storage for pretty much pennies on the dollar. So that's a big plus if you download a lot of apps and movies and music. Very, very nice. This phone also has 8 gigs of RAM. Finally, budget devices, budget priced Android phones have 8 gigs of RAM. So this phone is definitely going to keep up with a lot of your apps at the same time. You won't have a lot of closing. This is pretty much a new chapter in Androids where they're finally getting very premium amounts of RAM, which will help you in your experience. So this paired with the mid-range chipset will have a great viewing experience. It's changing apps. Just general computing power in this device is awesome. Next great thing about this phone is it has a headphone jack. It is something that is not found on premium Android devices. It's not found on iPhone devices. This is something that is very rare now because the headphone jack is still important. I use it to connect it to my car to listen to music, and I find it very handy than connecting something to the USB-C port. Next great thing is the under the display fingerprint reader. This gives it a very premium type of feel. You don't have to have it on the side. This is one of the things that makes a premium phone premium, and the under the display fingerprint reader is one of them. Very handy, very fast. If you don't like the screen unlock with your face, then this is the next best thing. Next great feature is the gigantic 5,000 milliamp battery. That is not something special just to this device. It's across all Androids, but this is the awesome thing, is that now we have great battery life on every single Android phone for the most part. And this one takes it a step further because it has a good fast wired charging speed, 30 watts. It's super fast. You will never run out of battery with this phone on a daily basis. And as an extra bonus, this budget device has 15 watts of wireless charging if you like to have it on your wireless charger. And the last great feature, and probably the one that will be getting the most attention, is that this device is free. This device will not cost you pretty much anything. As of this video, when this phone was launched in 2024, you can get this for free on prepaid carriers. So there's no contract, no credit check, and you get it for free. You just pay for the first month of service, and it's on all prepaid carriers for the most part. Cricket, Metro, you can get it very cheap on Boost. You can get it on Total Wireless by Verizon. Pretty much every carrier will carry this one for free. And for what you get, it is awesome. This phone is worth paying $50 for, $100, $200, but at free, you cannot compare the price. This is pretty much the ultimate deal right here. So if you're in the market for an Android device and you're leaning actually towards a Pixel device, this is the next best thing. And it also has the bonus of having the stylus. So this is a very interesting, curious device. It has all the bells and whistles. It has the cheap price point, and this is definitely a Pixel replacement with that stock Android feel to it. So this is definitely one of the most special devices that have come out lately in the prepaid world. In the Android world, this is a good mix of features. I don't see any downsides to this. If I had to pick one downside to this phone, it might have to do with video editing and camera situation. The camera is not the best, but in daylight, this phone is freaking awesome. Awesome. The only phone that I could recommend other than this, not based on price, but just on the camera, is going to be a Google Pixel. That's it. Every other phone, this Moto G Stylus 5G will beat it no matter what. This is a great deal. This is a great phone. Get it right away.